Very good evening and welcome to yet another edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Thiruni Karunaratne. Before we head on to your stories in detail, first your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
Making headlines in local news, Triforces stand ready with relief teams ahead of possible flood emergency. In news overseas, Zelensky accuses Russia and China of undermining summit. And in sports news, Earps out of England's Euro qualifier in France due to hip injury. On to those stories in detail now. The Allagava area near the Kalu River has reached high flood risk level due to ongoing heavy rains. The Department of Irrigation says that residents around the area must exercise extreme caution. Meanwhile, the Millakanda area near the Kalu River has also reached high flood risk levels. The Nilvala River also reached high flood levels near the Pitabadara area. The Ging River reached high flood levels near Tavalama. Meanwhile, the Attanagalu Oya also reached minor flood levels. Director of the Water Management Unit of the Department of Irrigation, SPC Sugishwara, says that many low-lying areas have been inundated due to the heavy rains being experienced. A landslide warning red notice has been issued covering Divisional Secretariat divisions belonging to 4 districts. The Divisional Secretariat divisions covered are Padukka, Matugama, Bulat Sinhala, Palindanuara, Ingiriya, Ruanvalla, Dehiovita, Daraniyagala, Varakapola, Yatiantota, Ratnapura, Palmadulla, Kuruvita, Ayagama, Alapatha, Kiriyalla, Nivitigala, Kalavana and Ahaliagoda. Senior geologist of the National Building Research Organization, Vasanta Senadira, says that residents of these areas should exercise extreme caution. Meanwhile, teams of the Triforces have been deployed to rescue people affected by the adverse weather. 10 Navy flood relief teams have been deployed to the affected areas of Bulat Sinhala, Puakpitia, Palindanuara, Balipanna in the Kalutara district, Tavalama in the Gaul district and Akurasa and Panadugama in the Matara district, providing essential relief to the impacted communities. In addition, 116 Navy relief teams, including units from the Rapid Action Boat Squadron, Special Boat Squadron and Navy Marines are also on standby. The Sri Lanka Army has also deployed 7 rescue teams. The Sri Lanka Air Force says that 2 Bell 212 and Bell 412 aircraft have been prepared to provide aid to those affected by the adverse weather. Let's now take a look at your international news.
International news.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia and China of attempting to undermine his upcoming Global Peace Summit in Switzerland. He said that Russia was trying to dissuade other states from attending the event and that China was working to do this as well. Speaking at a Nation Security Forum, he said that there were elements of Russia's weaponry that come from China. China says that it does not side with either side of the Ukraine war, a position that has been increasingly questioned, particularly by the United States of America. Let's now take a look at your sports news.
Sports news.
England goalkeeper Mary Earps will not be available for their women's Euro 2025 qualifying match away against France on Tuesday after she sustained a minor hip injury early in the Lionesses' 2-1 loss to the same opponents on Friday. The Manchester United player collapsed in pain in the 8th minute and was replaced by Hannah Hampton. Earps later left St James Park on crutches. The defeat that England manager Sarina Wiegman called absolutely frustrating left the reigning European champions in 3rd place in their group and in danger of missing out on an automatic berth for next year's tournament in Switzerland. And that's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Thiruni Karunaratne. Thank you for watching.